Hello, and welcome to Ad-lib Heroes. My name is Joey, and I'm a lifelong DM and writer. At our table today is...
Hi, I'm TJ, and I play Kirith Odell.
Hi, I'm Bev, and I play Olivia Fortier.
Hi, I'm Riley. I play Grimlock Seaspray.
So you are now all level 6. So we need to make sure everybody is leveled up.
I did my level up at home because I'm a keener.
Yeah, he's a big nerd.
I rolled a 4. I have a +1, so I got 5 more hit points.
Oh. Can I use my Joey roll? I rolled
Yes.
a 1.
So it's a D8 for your hit dice, right?
Yes, sir.
You instead
Ooh.
have an 8.
Let's go. I am a meat tank. Okay, so 8, and then I get 3 because 2 con, 1 from Dwarven Toughness.
Okay.
Dwarf's just beefy.
Now let's get back to the story. Kirith, Olivia, and Grimlock returned from the Feywild with Kirith's estranged wife Valenthe, his son Terrigan, and Valenthe's partner Nalia. They are headed to the capital, Ralu. They were planning to stay at Kirith's house while looking for Olivia's teacher, Immerse. So you stayed at the Red Smoke Inn in Gralu, which is halfway to the city. You'll be able to get to the city by nightfall. You'll be there before the sun sets. About halfway there, you start getting into the very well-tilled, not tealed. I mean, they're green, but not blue-green. The well-tilled lands near the capital, so there's huge rolling fields of wheat, and you see a lot of vineyards growing, a whole bunch of grapes trestled on the vines because you are getting near midsummer. It is pretty hot days as you walk along. Just before sunset, so the sky is starting to get a little darker. As you reach the edge of the city, you can see it in the distance. There is the central part of the city with the inner walls that form that are almost unnaturally perfect. You've heard about these before, Grimlock, and it's probably the thing you're most excited to see is the inner walls of Ralu. Then there is the outer walls that hold most of the rest of the city, and as you get further east, it tends to get poorer and poorer. So I'm assuming Kirith's house is on the east end of the city in the Downs. Mm-hmm. And south of the city, as you're approaching, there is a whole bunch of activity going on. There is a number of jousting fields and melee arenas being set up. There are a lot of tents that, for the two of you who are in the army, are very familiar because they are the pavilions that knights tend to set up to camp. So large circular tents in bright colors of their family's heraldry that have space for them to stay comfortably inside near their horses.
Sorry, so the tents are the colors of the heraldry?
Yes.
As well? Okay.
Yeah. So like if their house device is blue and gold, then they'll have a blue tent with gold on it.
Cool.
And there are a number of like temporary shops and stalls being set up, like carnival games people are setting up. There are areas that we would describe as beer gardens, like temporary taverns that are being set up to get ready for an event that looks like it's about to happen in the city. As you're getting close to the city, it is busier than you are used to.
Okay. I mean, there are shops and things if anyone needs anything.
I'll just start. I assume as we were walking, I was holding up different papers, trying to read and walk, but it never really works out, and I keep tripping over uneven ground and stuff, and I'm just a mess of papers and kind of zoned out. So as soon as you say something, just looking around oh, geez, okay, oh. Would have I known about this? I was here.
You were here
Rex
about a
mentioned
month ago. So
Yeah.
there is going to be a midsummer festival. It is also going to be the Dauphine, the Crown Princess's son's 18th birthday.
Okay.
So they're going a little bigger than they usually do for the Midsummer Festival, which will be taking place in about a week.
Do I know the Dauphine or the princess's son's name?
Yes. So the Dauphine is Rochelle, and she is also the Marquis of the city. The way that if you are going to inherit, you often have a lesser title. So the Marquis of the city is usually heir to the crown.
Of the capital city.
Of the capital city, yeah. So she's the Marquis of Ralou. And her son, Sir Reginald, so he only gets a knightly title, but he is second in line to the throne. If King Michel II died, then the Dauphine would become the queen, and he would become the Marquis of the city.
Would Comtesse, Adeline, Corbus, would they all be related, all these different types of people, or there is more of a meritocracy?
Oh, no. It is the incestuous mess of...
So there are people who are related, even probably...
Yeah, they're...
all throughout.
Yeah.
Cousins, second cousins, nieces, nephews.
Exactly.
Seventh
Yeah.
child.
Second cousin twice removed. Yeah.
Okay.
You know, Rux mentioned that the tournament was coming up. He didn't really play up like just how big it was.
He may not be... well, he might be aware or not, I don't know, of the more importance of this specific one.
It is also a week out, so the people who are here are kind of the keeners. You know, if there's a music festival, who shows up 4 days before?
They're the guys with the vans.
Yeah. So the people who are setting up here are vendors and the guys with the vans.
Okay. Well, I don't know. We could go take a walk through there, or we could head to your house and drop. Is it safe to leave anything? I'm not trying to assume. But you look like you carry all your stuff with you at all times.
I do.
So is your house a safe space to leave things?
I mean, we've got good bars on the door and the windows when I left it.
Yeah, I mean, other than the hole in the roof that I noticed a month ago.
Yeah, I couldn't afford to fix it, so
No, I
just boarded it up and left.
Yep. If you're looking to go shopping, we're walking past this now, if that's what you're asking. If you're looking for information, I can at least guide us to one person who might know something, but he's more of a rumors, not a ancient arcane knowledge kind of guy.
As you are deciding what to do, you hear a thundering coming from the road behind you. There are two heavily armored figures, both in plate mail, racing on war horses, and you realize that Terrigan has wandered away and is right in their path.
I start running.
Let's pull initiative.
Oh, God.
I got a king, baby.
Big ol' 6.
Ooh.
Please pass me the deck.
It's like your guys' paternal nature
Yeah.
just came out of nowhere. You guys were like kings all around.
Just a couple of kings out here looking out for the baddies.
All right, so this is for the knights. This is for Valenthe. This is for Nalia. And this is for Terrigan. So
Nalia's
Nalia
reading.
is not paying attention. She's looking down at all the stuff down below, excited. Again, at lunchtime, she's like, ate down the food you guys bought in the little village, hated it, and was so excited. So you are about 45 feet away from where Terrigan has wandered. They are charging towards him. They're about 70 feet away.
Okay.
And you are up now, Kira.
Said 45 feet away.
Yeah.
Can I count moving Terrigan as an object interaction? Probably not.
Probably not, no.
So I would have to dash to get there and not be able to do anything. Yeah, I'll just dash towards him and get in front of him and like try to like shield him.
Okay. Why don't you roll me an intimidation check?
Sure.
I mean, persuasion would also work, but I assume you're like, don't do it.
I'm pretty bad at both, but
Okay. Personality-wise, I assume you
5.
5.
So instead of like staring them down, I just like huddle over him.
They're-
So you're about the same size still.
but you have moved into a position that they would hit you, not him.
Okay.
Okay. So they are
Grimlock.
they are queen. Grimlock is king. Okay. Yeah. You are up, Grimlock.
I'm going to bonus action Step of the Wind so I can get all the way there. Object interaction, pick up Terrigan, use my...
He's not an
It's
object.
not an
He's a
object
person.
interaction, but you
Okay.
have an action because you use Step of the Wind.
Yeah.
Okay,
And with an action, you can grapple someone.
cool. Can I shove?
Yes.
I mean, you could grab us and just keep moving.
Yeah.
I was wondering about the logistics of, like, grappling two people. Can I do that?
You can. You would generally roll at a disadvantage. However, do you think these two people will fight you on it?
No. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to fly over there, grab both of them, and get the hell out of the way.
'Cause
Okay.
it was 45 feet, and your movement is like, what, 55?
It's 40, but I'm Step of the Winding.
So
Yeah,
then you
yeah,
can
yeah.
dash as a bonus action.
Yeah. Oh, that was the other thing. Your bonus movement speed went up by another 5.
Yeah, I'm up to 40 feet.
You speedy.
sick.
Oh, monks are fast.
Yeah. So grapples?
Well, that depends. Kirith, do you resist the grapple?
Nope.
Neither does Terrigan, so you can't fail.
Cool. I'm just gonna grab him, and I have bonus to my jump speed too, so
Yeah.
or my jump distance too. So I'm going to jump out of the way.
Okay, so yeah, you run and then you jump like 20 feet off the the road, come down in a field, and I feel like you set them down, roll, and come up watching these guys.
Yeah, up in a stance.
Yeah.
I kind of like realize what just happened, and then I stand up and start stalking back towards the road.
And they charge by, still racing each other, yelling at you, "Stay off the road, idiot!"
Oh boy.
And I don't have Valenthe's abilities in front of me, but I think there are two people here who are not okay
Oh, I guess
with...
I was out. I'm out of turn.
Yeah, you're out of
I
turn.
could not have started walking towards the road.
Yeah.
I'm so fast.
One of these guys is getting fleas.
Heat metal.
Okay, so Valenthe runs across the road behind where they just passed to where you and Terrigan are, and she's like, "Is he okay? Is he okay?"
I look down at him like, well,
He's like, "Mm-hmm. Those are big dogs." It's your turn, Olivia.
I will like tap Nalia to get her to pay attention to what's going on.
Oh.
And I will sprint my 30 feet, so I'm like 15 feet away from these guys. And then I'll check
Okay.
every... You're 45 feet away, right? Oh,
that
more.
was where we were, and then Grimlock took us
Yeah,
farther.
they're 80 feet away from you now.
So, what's...
With a sprint, you could get 60 feet.
Or... I just want to do one thing, but what's the... Oh, it's only 10 feet. Okay. I sprint, but while I'm sprinting, I look to see if anyone needs prestidigitation, because they got very scared. I was going to be helpful using my clean magic.
And Nalia just runs to where you and Valenthe are. So the knights are continuing racing each other away. It's your turn now, Kirith. They are about 20 feet from where you are now.
Oh, like they just hit like the spot on the road where we were at?
They're a
'Cause
little
he
bit
left.
past it, yeah.
Okay.
But because of how angles work, it's...
Yeah, I'm like mad.
Mhm.
Call me an idiot when you almost kill my fucking kid. 3rd level spells. I don't care that we're in public.
How does prison sound, Grimlock? Into it?
I bring up my totem and begin chanting. The like muddy brown energy kind of flows off of it and into the ground in front of them.
Yeah.
Range of 120 feet. So in front of them, and then the material component is a single drop of water, so I spit and it flies over, and just as it's about to hit the ground in front of them, it turns into a wave of water that crashes down on an area within range. The area can be up to 30 feet long and up to 10 feet wide. So it's just going to be the 15 feet that they're taking up. I'm not going to... each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 4d8 bludgeoning and is knocked prone.
And what is your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 15.
Okay. So, one guy... So there is a tall knight and a broad knight.
Okay.
The tall knight is knocked off of their horse. The broad knight made the save, but the broad knight's horse failed the save, so he doesn't get... So they're knocked to the ground, and one of the horses keeps running on.
Okay, so the guy who failed takes, that's 7 plus another 11, 18 damage.
18, okay.
And the guy that made it takes 9.
All right. Anything else you would like to do?
Once I do that, I draw my shield, because I'm worried that they're going to do shit. And what did they say? Stay off the road, idiot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's you that ought to be the careful ones here. And hold my shield up and ready to fucking go.
Okay. Grimlock?
I'm assuming that at some point throughout our journey, I would have given Olivia the rapier.
I would like it, please.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to shove Terrigan in the trunk and,
What?
and put it off to the side.
That will take a grapple check, and it'll take one of your attacks because he will fight you on that.
He don't want to go.
He does not want to be stuffed in a trunk.
Okay, I guess I kind of get it. All
I
right,
get the comedy cartoon bit you're going for. But
Yeah.
He'd be so safe. Okay, I'm just going to position myself and ready in action to strike one of those guys if he swings at Kirith.
Okay. All right. So they both pull up heavy crossbows.
okay.
And the tall one, a woman shouts out, "Witch!" And they fire at you.
Yep.
Does a 16 hit?
Sure does.
Okay. That is 4 points of damage.
Okay.
And does a 19 hit
Sure does.
for 1 point of damage.
Okay.
They are not the best archers.
Okay.
Then it is Valenthe's turn. So she runs the rest of the way, and she grabs Terrigan's hand, and they both suddenly are gone from sight. They blink out of existence.
Sick.
Cool.
And then it's Olivia's turn.
How far are the knights from me? I was able to just sprint. So
They are 20 feet. You're just on the other side of the road from.
Oh, okay.
I pull out my pan flutes and start playing a lullaby. Shh, just go to sleep.
Just go to sleep. Go to sleep. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level. It's a 20-foot area,
Yep.
and it'll go at high when you cast the spell at 2nd level or higher. Roll an additional 2d8.
Per level. So
yes, for
you're-
each level.
So you're
above.
rolling 9d8.
Yes.
Here's one.
Thank you. So that is 13. And 10 is 23.
And 10. Yeah.
And 11 is 34.
34. Okay. So the taller one hits the ground, but the broader one is still up.
That's my turn. Just like, everyone calm down.
Don't mind me.
Lullaby, go to sleep. You wanna do it 'cause I'm pretty. Lullaby.
What's the radius on that?
20.
Okay, yeah.
It's 90, and then I can make a 20-foot
Yeah,
circle.
yeah. But we're all more than 20 feet. We're all like
Yeah.
at the edge of it. Yeah.
Nalia flicks her wrist, and the silver bangle on it forms into a wand. And then out of the wand comes several bolts of white light that go flying into the back of the broad knight.
Yeah, Nalia doesn't know social customs here. Like, what's up? She's going to help me.
Yeah, she's on your side.
Yep.
So she does 11 damage as 3 bolts of pure force hit the broad knight in the back.
Cool.
And then it's Kirith's turn.
Oh, so they yelled witch.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and I say back to them, "Oh, I'm so much worse than a witch," as I spit into my hand and use ice knife at 2nd level.
Okay.
Actually, no, I saw that one fall asleep. No, I'll just use infestation.
You can still use ice knife and just not have it hit the additional targets, right? Or
No, it
Oh,
explodes.
it explodes. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah. So I will use infestation, which means, so instead I reach into my hair and that, as I chant that, mud brown energy comes off my totem and turns the single flea I pick out of my hair into a whole small swarm, and it hits the broad knight, who must make... that's level 1 spells, TJ. That's not cantrips. Who has to make a Constitution saving throw?
He has a 7.
He fails.
And is smote to the ground. Well, we don't know that yet. You can't kill the metal.
And takes 8 poison damage
Okay.
and stumbles in a random direction.
Okay.
5 feet.
So he stumbles 5 feet away from you, but closer to Olivia and Nalia.
Okay.
Okay, Grimlock, it's your turn.
You
You can get right up to the sky. You can get right up to the sky if you want.
Yeah. I'm going. So he has a crossbow. What else does he have?
He has a huge 2-handed sword.
So for me to take that, would that be object interaction, or would that be a standard action?
You would need to basically do a disarm to get a worn weapon away from someone, because a held or a worn item is different. He's already got the default object interaction. So you need to basically beat him in a strength check to take each item.
Cool. I would like to do that.
Okay.
And is that an attack or an action?
It is an attack, but
Okay.
instead of doing damage,
Yeah.
he's choosing to initiate a strength check to take the item.
Right. And you get 2 of those.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
importance is the amount.
Yeah.
Cool. So athletics, right?
Yes, it's your athletics versus his athletics.
Okay.
So, question for you: which are you taking first? Because it'll matter if you fail.
Which am I taking?
Are you taking the crossbow he's got out, or are you trying to take the sword off his back when you run right up to him?
Does he have a hammer?
No.
He has a big sword on his back, and he has a crossbow in his hands.
Oh, I'm taking the big sword on his back.
Okay.
And can I use the inspiration for putting out the fire at Jenny Bigable?
Yes, so
Okay.
you can roll with advantage.
Nice.
He has an 11.
I have a 22.
Okay, so you grab his sword and send it flying, and it spins through the air and lands point down in the ground next to Kirith. And you still have another attack, so you can now try and take the crossbow if you'd like.
Can I just grapple?
Yes.
Okay.
So that if you successfully grapple him, that means he can't move, but he could still try and hit you on his turn.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. He has an 18.
I do not.
So you've come right up to him. You can see through the like lowered visor of his plate. The young man inside is turning red with anger. He throws the crossbow on the ground and he tries to punch you. Just this big, wide hockey punch. He has a 7 to hit.
No.
And with his second punch, so just tries twice, like he's grabbing at your shirt, not in a grapple way, but trying to feed you punches.
Yeah, sure. He scruffed me.
He's scruffing you. The first one, you just like swish to the side a little bit. And the second one is a 10. So again, yeah, you're like, no. And then the second one would actually could potentially hit you, but you just quickly block it out of the way.
Well, after the second swing and just stop.
Olivia, it is your turn.
Can I just cast sleep again?
Yep.
I keep playing my lullaby.
Okay.
I still cast.
Oh, wait, question. Is sleep a concentration spell?
No,
It
this
does-
came up last time with the quicklings.
Yeah.
You cast sleep on both of them independently.
So that's for the one that's down, and I will cast it at 3rd level again.
Don't roll super high because you might get him and Grimlock.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, but then you can just wake one up.
Yeah, it's been a long walk. I could use a nap.
Could I grab a D8?
Oh yeah,
It's just easy to do them in 3s.
3 sets of 3. Yeah. 18.
18 plus
Another
15.
33.
Oh, I'm going night-night.
33, and
It has to subtract from all his HP first.
Oh, okay.
Well, whoever's lowest.
Yeah.
45.
Okay.
I assume
What is
Grim-
your HP, Grimlock?
57.
Okay, he falls asleep. So they're both asleep on the ground.
She couldn't put you to sleep.
You have him grappled, though, right?
No.
I
Oh.
tried, but no.
He tried but failed.
I keep playing, and then, so that's my action. I'm going to just slowly, like, walk towards them and try to look very performative and, like, look around.
Okay, so there are people who are kind of watching this. There's been, I mean, there was a tidal wave near the start.
Yep.
And it's not like they were quiet before as they were racing down the road.
There's
Nope.
something I would like to say, but if we're still in turn order, I will wait because I would assume, or I guess talking is a free action.
Yes.
If you've enjoyed this production of The Roadside Players, please be sure to catch our show later tonight.
Roll me a deception check.
So
gonna-
slick.
I'm gonna bow like head to the ground, like with the big arm flourish thing.
Deception. I'm good at that. Famous last words. Critical fail.
Yeah.
So that's a total of 8.
Fumble.
Yeah, people do not seem to be buying that this was just a show.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Nalia comes up and bows beside you, but again, it didn't work, so.
Yeah.
But again, she doesn't know the rules here.
Yep.
This would be a show where she's from. Mm-hmm. Kirith, it's up to you.
I am seeing red, and you know, like in like TV, like you just hear that like buzzing sound
Yeah.
around. Like I don't hear her say that. I don't notice the people.
Yeah.
I start walking towards the 2 unconscious knights, drawing my sword.
Okay, what would you like to do, Grimlock, as you see him moving forward, death in his eyes?
I'm going to stop him.
Okay,
Hey man, like we won. I know. We gotta go.
we've got like a minute, Nalia says.
Tarragon's not gonna have a father if he's in jail. We gotta go.
They'll never find me.
They are on their way here. I'll point back to Tarragon. Look, do you want him to see
You don't
that?
know. Tarragon is nowhere to be seen. Tarragon and Valenthe disappeared at the start of the fight.
But in that case, we don't know where Tarragon is. We gotta find him. What if he's watching? Do you want him to see that? We gotta go.
Just like take an extra look down at them. Just,
You're memorizing their heraldry.
I take
and...
the helmets off.
Okay. So yeah, you see a tall woman and then a young kind of pudgy faced man.
Yeah, and just look at the heraldry, look at their faces. And
Yeah.
Just, all right, sheath my sword.
I'll just turn back to the people that are looking while these two deal with that, and I'll be like, okay, so we're not actors, but, well, they're not a part of our show. They almost killed his son. We are actors and magicians. We are entertainers. We do cheap tricks. But...
Some sparkles fly off of Nalia's hand. Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
It's all alchemy, folks.
Yeah, it's all cheap tricks, but they don't give any respect to
roll
poor
either
people.
a performance or a deception.
Can it be persuasion?
So
Are these peop-
part of it though is you are not telling them the truth about the magic you did.
That's true.
Ooh, much better.
26.
Okay.
They're like, that clearly was an actual fight. You guys weren't working
Yeah.
together, but also magic's not real.
And you see a couple of like rough looking farmhands kind of eyeing the belt purses.
Hey, you've never seen me before.
You never saw us. And like a couple of people start coming there like grabbing coin purses and grabbing swords.
Just
Yeah, I bet that sword could sell pretty well.
So the quick question is, because there's vultures descending now on these.
I don't want to loot
Damn,
these
guys,
bodies.
do you guys want to loot anything?
No.
No.
I'll leave.
There's a difference.
will leave.
I turn back around and I look back like I'm a different kind of vulture here.
Do you
And I
take
will
some
be
hair?
eating your eyes when you are dead.
I will be an actual vulture. Actually, yeah. That's a good call,
Okay.
Olivia. Thanks. So
you-
bend down, pull out my small knife, and cut off their hair and start tying it into my totem.
Are you taking a little bit they won't notice, or enough that when they wake up there'll be a bald spot?
Honestly, I have to fight my own willpower not to cut off one of their ears, so a large spot. Wait, does the stocky dude have a beard?
No.
Damn. All right, yeah, just the hair.
He's just a
Okay.
very large baby.
That's actually kind of what I'm picturing. Like, you know how there's people who are 20 but they've got that fat baby face?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
All right.
And I'm just trying to pull these two away, like,
Yeah.
while we're not being accused of witchery again.
And I don't think it's hard to pull Grimlock away.
No.
No,
just
Grimlock.
1 second.
1 second.
And like grab him by the ear for a second. Just,
One of the guys, like, cutting off the belt purse is like, you're a weird little sewer witch, ain't you?
Oh yeah, you know, yeah. Do you remember old Jenny Gray Hair?
Yeah, I remember. She was a weird, creepy lady.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she ate my cousin.
We gotta go.
Yeah, leaving is not a hard sell.
Yeah.
Like when I saw him grab the little knife, it's like, okay, am I stunning striking my friend?
Yeah.
See how this goes.
Okay.
Not
so,
even
yeah.
stunning strike, just punch me so I land 10 feet away.
And keep doing it till we get to your house.
No, I'm faster than you.
And Kirith, you have the urchin background, right?
I do.
And this is your city. So getting away, like
Yeah.
when Kirith is leading you around the city, you get places so fast.
Like Aladdin with, like, random back
Yeah,
alleys
literally.
and
We
buildings.
take this alley and up these stairs and then follow along. All of these balconies railings are broken.
Yeah.
And
Like there's a gate where they're like checking people in and taking taxes, and Kirith's like, no, just come over here.
yeah. So we go in through the east side and there's like okay, there's a wall, but quote heavy quotes on what
Yeah.
that means.
I'm pretty sure this is the back room to a shop. Is it? Okay, nope, we're just going through
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Yep.
So
Flash gang signs at the shop owner and walk out the front door.
yeah, so after about a few minutes, you see Valenthe and Kerrigan walking down the street hand in hand ahead of you, because she would probably take the
Yep.
same route you would
Yep.
take.
She would know all of the same things I know,
Yeah.
or at least a lot of them.
Mhm.
And worst case scenario would probably meet us at the Witless Spider or home. So,
So where are you heading first, the Witless Spider or home?
well, there's not really anything to do at my home other than rest. Like, there's not a lot of point in dropping stuff off because, yeah, there is a lock on the door, but that doesn't stop a lot of people that live in that area.
Right. Okay.
it gives you a couple of seconds to hear them and wake up.
Well, if we wanna just at least know where it is, so that if we get split up or the Witless, I'm fine with either, but we should pick a meeting place in case we ever get split up. Or
I would say the spider
'Kay.
is safe. Narthus is a good man.
then we should, go there so that we all know what it looks like. I promise you, I cannot get back here. I do not know how we got here.
Yeah, and that's another thing. If we get split up, if you get lost, asking for directions to a pub other than, hey, do you know where my friend Kirith's hut is? If they do know, they are lying or they want to hurt me.
Fair. I've met you, so
Yeah,
fair.
no, if people ask you, hey, are you a friend of Kirith's? Absolutely not. There's no one here that wants to know that has good intentions.
Why? We've only been in the city for 5 minutes and you almost killed 2 people. I have no idea why that would be the case. I know. They almost killed your son. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I've probably done worse to some people. Then, yeah, whatever. No, moving on. What's worse than almost killing someone? Nothing. Moving on. I'm not really taking questions right now, Grimlock.
So you head through several parts of the poorer part of town. Most of the buildings you're walking past, they either have a whole bunch of people living in them, or it is multi-family dwellings. Like someone has built several apartments that you would enter from the outside upstairs. There are shops, including a bunch of like pawn shops and several like rot gut drinking halls, gambling parlors, stuff like that. And eventually you come to a building that is about 3 stories of thatch roof over a story of plaster with like a long crooked chimney coming out the front. And there is a sign hanging in front of it that shows a big mug of ale, and next to it is a spider on its back that looks like it's dizzy, like cartoonishly.
Mm-hmm.
When you head inside, again, it is full of people who are wearing like well-patched clothes, and there are several rougher-looking people like mercenaries and soldiers that were potentially adventurers, because I feel like in Tucson right now, adventurers and veterans look pretty similar.
Fair.
And then behind the counter is a thin drow, so an elf with purple skin. He has very pronounced cheekbones, and he's wearing a bright yellow vest. And as you walk in, he's like, "Oh, wow, Kirith. I didn't think I'd see you again. Do you actually have money for your tab?"
I can't owe that much. I don't even drink.
You owe 1 gold, 4 silver.
Oh, what? Yeah, okay.
So
I pull out 2 gold
Yeah.
pieces. And...
He's like, "Wow. Who'd you murder?" As he goes and like pulls out the silver.
Moving on. I'm not really taking questions
no
right now.
problem, no problem.
Is it really murder if you eat them after? Like,
Yeah, that's murder and cannibalism. That's 2 crimes, bud.
Look, it wasn't an elf, so it's not really cannibalism. And I wasn't an
That's
elf
true.
at the time, so...
No. Them not being an elf just makes it, I don't know, consumption. But just because you're not an elf at the time, it's still wrong.
I mean, like, bears eat people.
Yeah, and do we let bears live in town?
People barely let me live in town.
Because you eat them.
I wasn't in town. Look, we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is Narthus.
Hey, nice to meet you.
hello.
Hi.
Narthus, this is Olivia, Grimlock, you know Val.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
Nog.
wow. Tarragon's gotten big.
Yeah.
It, sorry, man. It wasn't my place to tell you.
Yeah, still kind of a shot in the gut, but
maybe come home next time.
Oh my god, you too, really? Or was that Val?
No, that was Narthus.
You two, super cool. Yeah, no. So it's shit down Kira's throat day.
Hey, listen,
Just
only because he deserves it.
Look, what I do and don't deserve is not up for debate currently.
Hey, when have I ever not given you good advice?
Like actually pausing to think for
Yeah.
like a while and like, shit.
So it isn't advice, but I do agree that it would have been much better if you had gotten back sooner.
Yeah. Speaking of where I was, any word on the old man?
Nothing since
course
you were
not.
last here, no.
Of course. Oh, and this is Nalia.
So she waves. Hi.
We're here for, I don't know, kind of weird reasons, looking for someone. I don't actually know what your teacher looks like, so, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if she would have stopped in here. I try not to look disgusted by like the room we're in. Her name is Immerse.
He raises one eyebrow.
Are you just screwing with me?
I'm just listening to what you have to say, what you're about to say next. I want to know. Finish your question. Finish your question, friend.
He seems,
Jeez.
he likes to make people feel really suspicious and weird. He's just fucking with you.
Oh, okay.
Please just finish your question. He's not going to.
Well, I don't think she... Well, maybe she would have come here. I don't know.
I mean, information travels
Yeah,
regardless of whether she was here or not.
she's a sage from, Abulant?
Oh, we don't get a lot of sages in here.
Okay. Yeah, she...
He leans over to you and he's like, I thought she was going to ask me if I knew her because we were both drow.
I mean, that is a drowish name, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, she is, but she doesn't generally, no offense, man, but like,
Yeah, no, all drow don't know each other, and I was waiting. I was waiting.
It is a feature of someone. When I was looking for Val, I asked for a half-elf.
I get it.
oh yeah, no, but, I mean,
Because you're all related.
Yeah, we're all related.
no,
Oh, yeah, I saw her at the drow meeting. We talked about spiders and poison.
the only problem is I haven't seen her in like 5 years, so like hair length, or, I don't exactly know.
Well, if she's a sage, I'd probably check the Royal Scriptorium.
Ooh, that's a good, she doesn't really trust them. But I could go check there.
Yeah. Hey, Kirith, do you trust everybody you talk to?
That wasn't a serious question,
Yeah.
right?
Have you ever trusted anyone you've spoken to?
There's like 2 of them in this room right now.
I'm fine with it not being me. I've met me.
To be
Wait,
fair, I don't think Grimlock ever lies.
Wait,
He's one of those people.
Mm.
You know, honest people.
Oh, good people. What are you doing with him?
Fair.
we're working it out. I honestly thought you were referring to Terrigan, and I thought I felt pretty bad. But
Of the 2 people I trust in this room?
yeah,
Yeah, Terrigan's one of them.
I beat out Val. Let's go.
No, Narthus is the other one.
I mean, I half raised this kid,
No, fair enough.
Yeah, I've known Narthus.
so I'm pretty embarrassed.
I've known Narthus for longer than the princess and marquis of the city has been alive. So,
Fair enough. Like
Speaking of,
visibly kind of hurt.
I'll just try to like glaze over this awkward moment. Speaking of, pretty big do in town, hey? You get in lots of business?
Yeah, the Malay is open to, the joust is open to anyone too, but it's not like you can rent a horse, so.
Why are you laughing?
It's a business model that someone in this world could come up with.
But the Malay is open to anyone, and the prince has announced that he's going to name a champion of Miris, and that comes with a 1,000 gold purse.
That's a lot of money.
You can roll a religion check to know who Miris is.
I guess I'll try. Ha.
13.
13. Miris is the goddess of romance, love, and beauty, which means that it is most likely only a woman that the heterosexual prince would name as this champion.
Last time I came to the city and competed in anything, didn't end up too well.
Didn't you come in second place?
Well, wanted to come in first place, so...
Yeah, but you were up against Frederick Quicksilver. You're not going to beat him.
Okay, so news travels, or I guess you're just a news... I mean, I'm
Just
pretty...
one of those news dudes.
I'm pretty famous.
Yeah, no, when he said you were Olivia, I figured he must mean Olivia Fortier.
Well, oh, I thought maybe you knew because my parents hired him to take me home.
Right.
Take me home.
Well, I also heard that you competed and that you came in second.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Let's-
that wasn't a small competition.
Yeah. But I'm looking for a lady now. I'm trying to find my teacher. So, but that's neat. That, I mean, how does he know he doesn't want? It's all women, or he's letting anyone?
He'll let any... Yeah, no, it's just he's going to name a champion from out of the people competing in the joust and the melee. He hasn't said that no one's allowed, but there are several women he wrote letters to asking them if, like, making sure they knew that this was...
But still, whoever wins, whether they're his champion or not, is
He's
fine.
naming them, so it's not...
Yeah.
It's not a contest that, like, whoever wins this fight is going to be the champion of Miris. It's someone in the tournament is going to be named the champion of Miris, and he sent out several invites to individuals saying, there's going to be a champion of Miris named in this tournament. I hope you come compete.
Okay.
I think I've read about this. It's like Thine Bachelor.
I mean, Grimlock could probably do pretty well in the tournament.
Probably, but like, you only get the money if he just randomly chooses you, though.
Well,
right?
there's
So-
other prizes. Like, there are various events, and every event has prize money attached to it.
Ooh. We could.
Like, there is general melee, there is maces and warhammers, there is swords, there is joust, there is unarmored joust.
Is that
That-
just run at each other and punch?
No, you still have a lance. It's just
You
it's
just
a lance and a shield. It's much more dangerous.
Oh.
you just ride a horse for a little bit and then you die.
There's races. I mean,
We have to go buy a horse, though.
I mean,
Well, we could rent one.
we could cheat.
Yeah.
You
could be the horse.
That-
Man,
yeah,
we would
that's
be
what I'm getting
unstoppable.
Although if they end up hitting me and I get knocked out and turn back into a person, I think those knights who called me a witch might figure something out.
very few knights are willing to hit a horse. They care more about them than people.
Oh, that's fair.
Are we just like at the corner of the bar having this discussion?
You're like
or-
sitting at the front of the bar.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, most of the people that are regular here know me and just think I'm weird anyway.
But there's like a line of people waiting for their drinks. Like, come on.
There's a couple of other people who are serving here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, Grand Scriptorium is a place that don't
Yeah.
trust because your teacher said don't trust them with the information, but like she still might have stopped in there and it might be a lead.
Yeah.
We can think about this tournament. We still got days out before we would have to enter it, but
Well, if you're thinking of entering, you need to sign up at least a day before the tournament.
okay.
We
But
should maybe
we're
go.
like still like a week out.
Yeah.
Right. So we got a few days to think about it.
Yeah, we can follow up on some leads, see if she's, if the trail is hot or cold, but also would be neat because this only is going to come, I mean, probably in, I don't know about Grimlock's lifetime. It'll come multiple times for you guys, but like this will probably only happen once in my lifetime. So would be kind of sad to
there
miss
is
it.
a midsummer festival every year. It's
just not the 18th birthday.
not the 18th birthday of the prince. Yeah.
I mean, depending on how his champion of Mirrors goes, they might have another one in 18 years and 9 months. You'd probably be alive for that. I don't know when your
Cord
string's
gets
gonna get
cut.
clipped, but
I do want to do some study on this too. I've made a little bit of headway. I'm just like padding my messenger bag with a lock of like all the random papers.
Are you staying with the Odells, or do you need a room here? Narthis asks.
Actually, a room.
uh,
I haven't been to your house.
yeah, it's not very far from here, so it wouldn't be inconvenient, and like there is, technically speaking, space for all of us.
Sorry, speaking space? Like,
Technically speaking, there is space for all of us.
oh, I thought you meant just enough space for us
No,
all
there-
to get
there
in there
is-
and speak.
Technically speaking,
Yes,
space for all of us.
and that technicality.
Who calls it speaking space? That's not even a thing.
You've never been to Beatnik Poetry Night at your local high school? The speaking space.
No, this was basically my high school.
Ah.
This bar.
Wait,
I did a bad job.
Wait, what's the chamber pot situation going on? Like, if there's like 6 of us and there's one pot, that'd be like, you know.
Take it outside. The windows are barred, so take it outside.
How much for a room?
How long would you be staying?
Well, at least for a week, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Friends of Kirith, would you need 1 room or 2?
Well, if you're worried about our safety, we could stay in one room, and then
I'm not worried about your safety at Narthis's.
okay, but we could
Yeah, we could just.
one room.
1 room. 50 gold a week, or sorry, 5 silver a week.
Oh my.
It's like, Jesus Christ, dude.
Sorry, I was thinking 50 copper.
Yeah.
And then I did. So
Yeah.
5 silver a week.
I was immediately like, Narthis, you are a dickhead.
I just hand him 2 gold.
Okay. So
I figured
just
like
come let me know when you want, if you want change, or I mean, we
no.
can
You
include
had to
food.
deal with this guy for a long, long time. I'm assuming he's as bearable as he is because of what you've done.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. He's saved my life multiple times.
So are you hungry? Need food?
Yeah. What do you have?
We have candied yams on a bed of lettuce, vegetable stew in a bread trencher, sausage and chips, or pickled eggs for a copper each.
I'll take the sausage and chips and like 6 pickled eggs.
Okay.
Yeah.
And like, Kirith is excitedly ordering food from a place.
Can we just get like 3 of everything?
Yeah, sure.
Like 5 of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, probably more of the yams. Like our new guests would probably really take to that.
Oh yeah,
more than
candied
anything.
yams. That's
Yeah.
probably something you guys would like.
I mean, I cook elven cuisine, Narthis says.
I look at them and just like real elven.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no. So you know how if you order the candy yams, I cook them differently than I would make if he ordered candy yams.
sure.
You want more candy, he wants more yams, he says.
I thought you were gonna say I was just
Could
gonna
you
get like a
just-
baked regular potato.
Well, let me ask you something. If you don't tell me otherwise, would I be safe in assuming that if I was to serve you candy or potato, which would you want more?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're correct. Yeah.
I mean, of course, if you want strong candy, light potato, I can do that for you. It does not bother me. But, I mean, even though I'm making fun of Miss Fortier, I make certain assumptions based on what you look like.
Yeah, that's fair. I think everyone does.
All dwarves love potato.
Oh, not Jimmy Two Toes.
Oh, Jimmy's an asshole.
But he hates potatoes.
Yeah, because he's barely a dwarf.
He only has 2 toes. What would he do with potatoes?
With
Do
pot.
not talk to Jimmy Two Toes.
He sounds like a nice guy.
Please talk to Jimmy Two Toes.
I do not need that fight in here.
Trust me, Grimlock will not make it last in here. It'll be outside in like a second.
Yeah, okay. Through the wall?
That depends on where Jimmy's standing.
I could just like curl him up into a little ball and like wheel him out first.
Do not talk to Jimmy Two Toes.
Fair.
So we have like a little feast.
Yeah. Yeah, a whole bunch of food is set out. And you know how sometimes when you're at a restaurant and you know the owners and all of a sudden stuff you didn't order extras starts coming out as well?
And we're eating like family style when
Yeah.
that's not really the way.
Donair sauce for everyone today.
No, most of the people sitting here, like they're ordering food for their table and eating it all together. So you guys end up in a booth and like, yeah, food just keeps coming even after the stuff you've ordered is done. Like, oh, I came up with this new recipe for spiced blueberry tarts. And he sets down a plate of those in front of you guys.
Spiced blueberry tart.
Yeah, so it's like hot and sweet.
That sounds delicious.
All right.
I mean,
Keep just like passing stuff down
Yeah.
and like filling Tarragon's plate over and over and
and I mean, Narcissus is your version of home cooking. Like,
yeah.
this is your baseline for food.
Yeah.
I give him like 30 copper for like just.
He's like, no,
Jugs
no.
of wine.
He's like, no. You've already.
Oh, okay. So we can have like cups of wine and things.
Yeah. The wine here is not good wine.
Copper Moon, barefoot.
And yeah, when you eventually head up to the rooms, serviceable is almost a strong word for them. There are simple beds with lumpy mattresses, freestanding closet, not so much a desk as a dresser with a stool. And there is a lamp that just barely works. It's so clogged up, so as you turn it,
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why I asked Kirith if we could leave stuff at his house, because I tend to like to have everything with me in case we don't come back to a place.
Yeah, we tend to kind of bounce around a bit. That's why I got the...
There have been many times that we were just like, we need to get out now.
Grimlock and I are standing in the room like about to unpack, and we both just put back all of our stuff on. Well, I wonder if they need time at their house or if they want to go to the shops. Is it like middle of the day?
no, it's evening, so it's like 7 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd imagine they have like a lot of family stuff to talk about, and it's we've had a long day. Might be time to turn. I don't know. Up to you though.
That's fine. I have lots of reading that I want to do actually, so.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of activity here at night in the lowers at night. It's pretty different from the Court of Stone Lilies. From the wandering the streets there, yeah.
So, Kirith, when you head back to your shack, what does your shack look like from the outside?
It is kind of like built into the other buildings kind of surrounding it. Like the roofs are all connected boards. I don't know why I'm using my hands to describe this in an audio format. The roofs are all like connected boards, so you can like squeeze between two little houses, but like the shutters on the side of the shack don't open all the way because they hit the wall of the building next to it. Like they were constructed at one point and then another small shack was made. All of these are kind of like, if there was a middle or even like kind of lower tier merchant housing, like that lot would probably share like 5 to 7 houses of these shacks on it along this block. We are all very close with our neighbors. Simple wooden door that fits very tightly into the front, and with what is now probably a pretty like rusted old but still like usable, serviceable lock.
And you were here a month ago, right?
Yeah.
So when you got here a month ago, like all the windows and the doors were boarded over when Valente left. So
Yeah.
I assume you fixed that up.
I
To a
might have
certain
like
extent.
I might have like pried off the door board and like
Left the others.
left the others after quickly realizing like she hasn't been here in a while.
And the hole in the roof has doubled in size in the last month.
Great. All right. Yeah, and then pretty large, a pretty sizable hole in the roof, warped wood flooring, and there were never beds, just bedrolls, which were packed up and taken with us, each of us when we left. So we arrived and just
When you open the door, and as soon as you do, a raccoon stands up nearly 2 feet tall and raises its hands in the air and hisses at you.
Jeez. Fucking. I look around real quick. It being nighttime, there's probably only like medium activity around here.
Mm-hmm.
And I cast Speak with Animals, verbal somatic. So I just like move my totem around. The muddy brown energy comes off and affects my ears and mouth, and I kind of hiss back at it and just like, you don't live here, bro.
This is my house!
No, this is my house.
I will fight you for my house!
Look, I'm a larger predator than you. And
Roll me a quick insight check.
hiss.
Yeah.
Awoo. Insight. There it is. 13.
13. He is checking behind him.
You looking for a way to get out?
He's like, no, I will stay here and fight you. Don't you dare look behind me.
Do you have children back there?
Do you have children back there behind you? I'll eat them. I don't care. I'm a terrifying predator.
Look, you can go or I can yeet you out of here.
But this is my house.
You know what? As soon as I'm done with it, you can come back.
So he kind of like slinks away, and you see that there's a couple of smaller raccoons heading out under a hole in the backside of the house.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds right. Maybe I'll put in a little trick door for them. I forgot to ask his name.
You've still got Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey, what's your name?
Old Jerry.
Old Jerry the raccoon. That's going in my allies.
You assume he likes you.
We share a home.
You talk to him a little bit, and you're like, hey, where are you guys living? Like, we need this space.
Yeah, we basically have a timeshare together.
Yeah.
You and
You
old
find out
Jerry are
they're
roommates.
mostly up in the rafters.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just don't shit on us.
Where do you want us to shit?
Outside, preferably.
Like, even when it's cold at night?
Yeah,
Fine.
great. I like put some crackers and beef
Yeah.
jerky up in the rafters
For old Jerry and his kids.
for old Jerry and all the little Jerrys. And then roll out my bedroll and sit
Yeah.
down on it. And just,
Tarragon, like, goes and opens the back door and comes over, and he's like, where's the rest of it?
oh, yeah. Nope.
Nope. Like,
This is it. This is my house.
okay. Are you finishing it later?
No, there isn't enough space for everyone in this city. So we only take up so us who didn't have a lot of money just only take up the space that we absolutely need.
But why is the inside of your house so small? It's the same size as the outside.
Oh, yeah, because that's how things work here. This is the material plane. Things only exist in the material, like space doesn't stretch here.
Why not? No,
No, yeah, you understand this better than me. I don't because that's how it is, and your world is the weird one. I don't know, man. Like,
But then there's not enough space for everybody.
yep.
But that's not good.
Yep. Some things here aren't good
Well, why don't you take more space?
because
You can turn into a giant spider.
yep.
You spin a big web.
I
And
don't
then-
take more space because the people around here don't deserve to have their space taken.
Why? Are they strong?
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, the strongest people should be in charge.
Ooh, we're gonna nip that in the bud. I look at Valentine just like, what?
Valenthe's like, that's not, no, it's a problem in a Fae court. We've had this conversation
'Kay.
before.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's not how things work. Things work just as badly here, where the people with the most money are in charge.
Oh, so money's how you know who's strong.
No, money's how you know who has money.
Okay. But then they get to make all the rules.
Yeah.
So let's go get money.
Well, that's what we try to do. Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna nip that in the bud there.
Yeah.
It is stealing unless you need it more than someone else. Then it's okay.
Okay. So how do I know how much they need it?
Just pay close attention to your mom.
Okay.
She's good at this whole thing, better at it than me probably. This is a weird conversation. How do I justify this to a fucking child? Sometimes, if you're like out in the woods, if
Yeah.
you're hungry, sometimes you gotta eat regardless of who that hurts.
Right.
And here, like with money, if you need money for food,
Yeah.
and that guy doesn't need his money, it can be okay to just kind of take it as long as he doesn't notice. But that doesn't mean we just take money from people.
Okay.
It's stealing if you don't need it. And we don't need any more space than this. So taking more would be stealing.
Okay. And you see Nalia behind you as you say, we don't need any more space like this. And she kind of raises an eyebrow. And she's like, I'm going to head back to the spider. And
Yeah, that sounds right.
are there any...
I can take you to a nicer inn.
Yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Or like a nice park since you only have to meditate.
I mean, I still want a space inside.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to live out of a bag.
I don't understand the problem. You have like a cool magic bag. Like I hold up my leather backpack with like a hole in it. This is the bag I live out of.
And that's a material space, not an extra dimensional space.
I open it up for her to look inside.
Is this a wood elf thing?
You can see like
Or
you can see a roll of
yeah.
twine fall out one of the holes in the bag.
So is this a wood elf thing or a material plane thing?
Both, and also a poor person thing.
Right.
We just
No,
need-
I think I need to go before Tarragon realizes who has money they don't need.
Yeah, that's fair. Val, I totally understand you not wanting to stay in this house too, if you want to go with Nalia.
I'll stay here with you and Tarragon, she says.
Tarragon, do you want to stay here, or do you want to sleep somewhere else? Or do you want to go with Nalia?
So he looks really torn and he's like, I'll stay here with you.
Okay. Then, I mean, you're welcome to come with me. It won't take me too long to get Nalia somewhere a little nicer. Like a little nicer. It's probably still best if you stay close by.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
And then, yeah, City Secrets just like
Yeah.
whip through some alleys and
You take her to an inn that's going to give you a little cutback. You make like 15 copper.
Yeah, this place has like this place has like 1 or 2 elven rooms, so they got like a nice cushion for you to sit on and.
Okay, yeah. Oh, built-in bathhouse, nice.
Hey. Just walk in. Hey, Stefan.
Yeah.
One of the elven rooms for the lady here.
All right, and he like comes forward and he got a key and he says, "That'll be 4 gold." And she pulls out a bar of silver and puts it down. And he's like, we can definitely.
I slap his hand
Yeah.
and put 4 gold on the table. Put that back in your bag.
I need to find a money changer tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do that. And then I head back to Chateau Odell.
Yeah.
Hey, Grimlock, isn't it great not having responsibilities for any, like, basically children or culturally children and just getting to hang out?
Well, I mean, like, he's not here, but I still feel responsible for him. I'm just worried because I can't see what's going on.
That's fair.
I
I'm
just
worried that he cut those guys' hair off, and now I don't know where he is.
Yeah.
I just killed TJ a little bit by showing him in my notes that I had written the area description as Shea Odell.
Okay, I was wondering how long it would take before, like, of Tarragon talking to Kirith, like, how long it would take for him to say, "Ask your mom." You lasted a lot longer than I thought you would.
So yeah, when you get back, Valente is hanging a blanket over the hole in the roof to like.
Make it less outside.
Yeah, it's a good thing it's the middle of summer.
I'm gonna see if I know any spells to fix that now.
Now that you've gotten better at magic.
Mm-hmm.
So in the meantime, you've had some time to work on your notes. Olivia.
Yes. So this is what I learn.
Yeah, this is the new section that you managed to translate.
Great. Cool. For several days, I have wandered the hidden maze. My supplies of food began to grow short, and I do not believe I have completed a full trance since I entered this place. I do not believe I remain in the prime material plane, but some sort of border between our realm and some other reality. The nature of the plants within the hidden maze make no sense. I have seen no signs of a gardener or a caretaker maintaining their form, but the hedges grow in perfect lines, turn at right angles, and portals of even measure and exact design interrupt the walls throughout the place. There is something else in here with me. I hear it dogging my steps, snorting at the distance. Several times I have heard thunderous steps behind me. Several times I must admit fear has gotten the better of me. I have taken flight from the phantom footsteps, running as far as my breath will allow me. I tried to steel my will against this terror, as I was previously concerned that it was hindering my mapping. Soon I realized this fear was dreadfully unfounded. My maps are useless, but through no fault of my own, these pathways shift by their own design, shuffling at their whim. However disheartening, I forced myself to continue my wandering, hoping that my resolve would lead me to a better outcome. I cannot be certain that is what I found. I realized the triangular tower rising in the center of the labyrinth was growing taller. I aimed towards it. The unseen pursuer huffing behind me came more and more regularly, which I took as a good sign. Unexpectedly, after perhaps my 6th day of walking, an arch in the wall opened to reveal a yard before the tower at the center of the maze. Dotting this field were a series of statues, of horrified persons and beasts, captured in stone mid-scream. In a place like this, I would be foolish to consider these statues carved by an artisan and not victims of some foul magic. At the base of the tower, a slender figure was tending a cooking pot over a fire.
I apologize for how difficult it can be to read Immersa's overwritten writing.
No.
But that's who she is.
Yeah.
So, that is what you learn before you head to bed that night. And shall we pick it up when you all meet in the morning?
Sure.
Sounds good.
All right, excellent. Good game, everyone.
Woo!
I really enjoyed them.
Me too. It was nice having another NPC to just insult me.